All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Conquistadors and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. On first down, Taylor. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team.
To throw on second down, Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's get it.
From the gun, Fields. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Go. Motion.
On first down, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six. The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start. And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now Jackson to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
No. 57's the mark. Watch 57. Slam. Slam on. Jam. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
They're running it. Shit, Mike, 57. I got you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Oh, you got deep? Hey, Mike, go. 52. Watch the run.
Throwing again. Fields. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Uchenna Nwosu. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 52. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Room past the 20. Complete to Washington. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
57's the
Jackson from the shotgun. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Jackson will throw again. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Get to Pittsburgh. 65, 65. Check. Big ass. Check.
Jackson on first down. Able to get this to Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
In your face.
Again, Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Watch out. Shit! Watch the shit!
Now Gordon on first down. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That one caught by Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can't block me. Block me. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check safety. Check safety. Okay. Switch.
They run it here with Gordon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
On the set. 54. 57. This is one. Kill. Rush. 57 is the mic. Rock 57.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get the ball. Henry. 51, Mike. Mike 51. You got double up. Go, Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling it, and that's caught inside the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Come on. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm trying to collect. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
From the gun, Fields. There goes a deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Wide. Get wide. He's crossing. He's checking crap. He's coming. Double hit. He's coming. Double up. SOS.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep.
Here's Jackson throwing again, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Come on. 53 is the mic.
And Jackson throwing once more. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check. We got it. 35.
2nd down and inches. He gets this into the hands of Taylor, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Squeeze, double.
To throw again. Fields. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Key 26, key 26. Get that quarterback and out.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fields. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Flush to his right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Gets it to Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go now. Go. Pittsburgh. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Let's get this edge here. Watch QB draw.
To throw again is Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Let's go. Jack. Get along.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Gordon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. 53 mine. Check. 53. Double dog. That's the way.
From the gun, Jackson. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Let's go. Come on. 49, check 49, check 49.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Switch. Check. Lucky. Go. Hold.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Don't get nervous. Watch the twist.
This is Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline now for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, They need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maddennnn in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Fields. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Maddennnn in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Fields. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Everyone's got 4. Mike 35, Mike 35. Oh, here we go.
On 4th down, Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go out?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Keep it up, guys. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Tackles. Check the backer.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got hook. Take 4.
On first down, Taylor. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now a give right side. It's Taylor, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Fresh down. Rush in. Crunch. Check it out, read.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. To try again after the sack. Jackson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57 to mine. 57. Get away. Hey, alert 3. Check. it. Hot. Big Dan. Shoot up.
One last shot for Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball.